Yo, yo, yo. What is good, everyone? Appreciate you all for being here. I'm just currently making sure everything's set up. I think it should be good. I think it should. All right. Yep, stream just went live. Put that away. Hopefully, the audio is all good. It's been a bit of a gap since this chapter released and me actually streaming it, and luckily, I know pretty much nothing about this chapter, which has me very excited. Now, for those of you who, it's been a while since you've read it, the last chapter ended the Glory Days arc, which I actually really enjoyed. I thought the frantic fight in the hospital was really cool. Big fan of that. I liked Bobby Jean and Lulu both, and I really wanted them to be more reoccurring characters. And honestly, kind of seems like Lulu is going to be a reoccurring character, which has me pretty excited. Bobby Jean, he obviously kicked the bucket. So that's a bit unfortunate. I thought he was pretty cool. But if we have Lulu and Aka Howler, connected more and more in this way, they could be really good long running characters in the story. So I'm excited for that. It is good, Sway. I have not even seen the chapter name. So, hey, that shows how spoiler free I am. If intentional, should I avoid the chapter name? I know that some people avoid the chapter name until later on in case it's like a crazy reveal in the title. So actually, let me do a poll real quick. I'll do a poll. I've been trying to get more in the loop of actually using like the polls and like all this stuff. We also have a super chat goal thing now. I'm gonna see if I can test that out again. We tried it last time and it went pretty well. Start a poll. Read chapter title. Alright. So you guys can vote on that real quick. Let me know if I should or shouldn't. Let me think. I was just thinking of something. But yeah, it's been a while since the last chapter, obviously. With it being a monthly series, it gives us a lot of time to ruminate on all the great stuff that happens in the series. And I really enjoyed that last arc, and I am very excited to see what's to come, because a lot of the stuff here just is building on itself like more and more. I remember one of the moments in the last chapter that I really messed with was the banker coming back into the fold, because I really thought they were going to be a big deal, and it seems like they still are going to be a big deal, and they're going to like parade the banker's like unconscious dead body around, which is morbid and very fun and crazy. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm assuming that's definitely going to be in this chapter. They're literally hauling around a very high profile corpse, so that could be something. And what I honestly think might happen is, well, Lulu is around with them somehow. We don't really know why, but she is. And Howler and her are probably going to have a conversation, over the phone. So, because obviously Howler does not know Bobby Jean is dead. So those are my like general expectations. At least for now. At least for now. Some little fun thing I saw though. Earlier today, I was out returning a Christmas thing because of a whole bunch of shenanigans, right? So I went to Barnes and Noble, and of course they got a lot of manga and stuff there. And I looked at the JoJo section, and I think Viz has almost finished Stone Ocean. I looked in to see just some stuff. I was looking around, just why not? Because I was basically waiting for a response on whether or not someone had something. And the volume they were on the heavy weather arc, and I'm like, oh wow, that's pretty far. And I know they are going to make a bunch of Steel Ball Run volumes finally in English next year. So it's crazy to see like how big the series is. And speaking of Stone Ocean, there was even a figure of Kiss, available, and I'm like, Kiss of all characters, just really cool, really cool. Like a lot of the figure selections were just so strange. Like for One Piece, they had like Killer and Ben Beckman, and I'm like, what? So yeah, I don't know. I thought all that stuff was pretty fun, because I like Kiss a lot as a stand. It's a really cool ability. Um, Archie with a question says, I'm curious how else the Matakudasai can be used. It's such an interesting stand. I agree. I think that stand has a lot of potential. I think it was the last stream or the one before where we talked about the idea of it almost being like a parallel to like AI stuff where it has to be given a command in order to recreate something and make it like, and it still makes it off. I think it was Brandon King who mentioned that last stream, which I thought was a really cool little analysis of that. But yeah, I agree. Definitely an interesting stand. One of my favorites of the parts so far. What's your favorite stand so far? My favorite is Big Mouth Strikes Again, which is Lulu's stand, the disease kind of stand. My favorite so far. I really like Charming Man's stand, and I love Paco's stand. So those two might be my favorites right now. The Hustle, and I don't remember what Charming Man's stand's name is. Let me see. Charming Man, JoJo stand's name. Do we know the name? Oh, Big Mouth Strikes Again is Charming Man's stand. I thought that was Lulu's stand. No, Lulu's stand is Bag's Groove. I'm stupid. Yeah, so no, I'm in the same boat as you. Big Mouth Strikes Again, awesome stand. But Paco's is probably my favorite. I think it has a lot of cool moments for like physical altercations, like fights. So, what's it called? You get what I'm saying. Like the fight with Charming Man and Paco, I still think was a really cool altercation with him like bending the stuff around his arms, and obviously him in the elevator was also really cool, like using it as a shield. So I really like Paco's stand. I think it's a really cool ability. Alright, so it seems like reading the chapter is good, so we're going to just end the poll right here. Yeah, we're just going to end the poll right here. Close poll. Oh, wait, did that close it, or did that end it? Okay. Alright, I'll end the poll right now. So we're going to read the chapter. Title. Obviously, we're going to read the chapter anyway. Maybe it was parkour we brought up the AI thing. We got to a translator and put it from Japanese to English, and it was Matakudis and AI. So you're saying it was like the space is like intentional? That could be interesting. It could be interesting. Alright, but yeah, those are my general expectations. A lot of hope for Lulu doing something this chapter, the bank corpse guy being important as well. And I don't know, I think one thing I'm looking forward to a lot is to see what Howler's up to. You know, are we going to get a conversation with Lulu and Howler, seeing what's up? That could be cool, especially because he's on his fall off with all the money being taken from him. So, excited for that. But we will see in this chapter, Jojolands, chapter 21. Don't even know the title. And of course, if you do enjoy this stream or anything like that, this is going to be the last JoJo chapter of the year, meaning 2024 was a great year for Jojolands despite the hiatus. There was a lot of amazing moments in this Glory Days arc, which I thought was really great, really great, and we got a lot of cool stuff this year with JoJo, so I am very excited for next year. Obviously, Steel Ball Run Viz English release for the first time. That's going to be amazing. Highly speculative stuff that Steel Ball Run is going to be revealed next year in April, which has me again very excited. And obviously this is going to continue, so a lot of great stuff incoming. But we move. Final chapter of the year, and like I'm saying, I appreciate all you guys supporting, the JoJo endeavors as the years have gone on. Obviously, JoJo is a monthly series, and we've already been going at it for like 2 years for sure. So it is crazy to see how the time flies, and knowing we're already 2 years deep, and I'm pretty invested in a lot of these characters. So looking forward to what's to come next year. Hopefully we get into the thick of a new fight, new villains, new cool characters to be invested in, and more cool stand abilities and fun and zaniness and all that stuff. Why we love the series so much. So appreciate you guys for being here on my ramble throughout this part of JoJo with you all. We're all experiencing it for the first time together, so it's cool to be a part in the JoJo community at this time. So, with that, it's time to get into it. Jojolands Chapter 21 live reaction. What's it going to be called? First off, forget all that. We got the cover of Ultra Jump this month, which is a really cool picture of JoJo. I used this as the thumbnail because it looked so sick. I love the blue palette with the purple and the yellowish orange. And I really like the little green to contrast with November Rain up here. It looks really cool. Adventure that comes around with the rain. The all-new Volume 5 is now on sale with great fanfare. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, Howler Co. is in the title of the chapter. So it could be a big Howler masterclass. Let's see what's up. Howler Co. Impropriety Suspicions. These reckless folks standing together. This is an awesome shot of the main squad at the moment. And they're even talking about JoJo Day, which is like the new Inherited Fate thing that they're going to do, where it's just talking about parts 1 to 6. And obviously, like I said, a lot of people speculate this is going to be Steel Ball Run confirmed. I do as well. I'm very excited. There's also something here. JoJo Magazine 2024 Winter. Kishibe Rohan Does Not Laugh short novel collection. Oh, and more Rohan stuff. Araki's new manga technique book, How to Make Villains. I am very excited to read that as well. Obviously, JoJo has some of the best villains in the manga field, so I would love to read that when it's translated into English, and I will probably get it as soon as it is, because Araki's first book, which is right up there somewhere, right there, I thoroughly enjoyed reading it. I find it immensely useful for my own writing endeavors. So, looking forward to seeing how he writes villains. You know, not that we don't already know how he writes villains, because they're all amazing. So, let's see. And that should be everything. Yeah. And it seems like the cover of Volume 5 is literally just this art right here. But to be fair, this art is awesome. So, good thing to use twice. All right. We're back into it. And we're at that creepy banker guy. He is up in a high-rise, office, and playing mini golf in his office. Let's see what's up. He is eating a bunch of desserts. He's drinking some alcohol for sure, and he's at the Dolphin Bank office. And they got a little dolphin statue to prove that. All right, just because Araki's very good at this, setting up the scene. I feel like that dolphin statue thing is going to be used as a weapon for some reason. If they confirm anything at JoJo Day, it's going to be Steel Ball Run or Purple Haze Feedback. That would be cool, Purple Haze Feedback as well. That would be a good OVA thing to do. Maybe in between Steel Ball Run and Stone Ocean, they do Purple Haze Feedback. That would be cool. And shouts to Demid. Apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Hi, it's 4 a.m., but for some reason I'm not asleep and watching a stream. Chapter is good as always. Well, appreciate you for stopping by. Let's go. All right, we're seeing the creepy banker guy look at a little family picture, working on the computer. All right. Right. I'm really sorry about this. So sorry. I know this is just totally out of the blue, but I've got to take a business trip to the mainland. Huh? We had plans to go with the kids to see a movie, then go to a Chinese restaurant in Waikiki to eat shark fin with Chinese mitten crab on it. Do we have to cancel that too? There's an emergency happening at the company. I'm afraid I'm going to be gone for 4 days, maybe a week. I'll text you. Oh, I suppose there's no helping it then. Okay, I'll forgive you. Just say the magic words to make me... Just say the usual magic words to me, Kay. Magic words. Oh! Fire. Okay, so this is Charming Man disguised as the banker. I thought this was maybe a flashback. So that explains a lot more about the actions here. Cool. the usual. Let's see. um, I love you, honey. Maybe that. And I like you see a huge crack on the side of his head now. No, my nether regions pointed the other way. You bitch cat. What the? Araki, what's going on, man? Psh, you're acting so strangely today. What happened? And so the sky starts crumbling more and more. Damn it. Excuse me, Division Chief Yokohama. There's a guest in the lobby here to see you. And the wife's laughing. Okay, I forgive you. I'll text you then. Go get him. And about your flight reservation, do you need an assistant? No, I'll go myself. That incident of the shooting at the hospital sounded awful. Yes, indeed. But I only went to get some stomach medicine. The pharmacy was at a different location. I didn't even know there were any gunshots. Oh, those are my relatives' kids. I'm going to go show them around a bit. I'll be right back. Cool. I like this disguise angle. He looks super... Like, how does he turn short? Because Charming Man's, like, probably the tallest one outside of Paco. Looks like I'm a pretty excellent bank employee, as it turns out. You're given some pretty significant power when you're in business management. So those guys are the CEO and COO or whatever. I got orders directly from the bank's chief executive officer. Make sure you don't mess up collecting from Howler. Aye, sir. That just reminded me of... who said that in JoJo? That specific line is like... I think it might be Joseph, but I highly doubt it. No, it's Whole Horse. It's Whole Horse. He says, aye, sir. Yeah. Make sure you don't mess up collecting from Howler. How funny is that? Charming Man, did you change the security passcode? Without a hitch. For our use. We need to do prep work, huh? Now, where Howler will be depositing his assets will be... Oh, now... Where Howler will be depositing his assets will be our bank account. Ah, Division Chief, you've got dust on your shoulder. Oh, okay, so we're cutting back to Merrill May. Cool. I love that. That just worked out so well. That is too funny. All right. Well, now we're cutting back to Merrill May. And everyone's here. That problem is solved. All right. Really cool double page spread here. Lulu is here. I wonder why Lulu is here. She wasn't in the last one, was she? She was not. So wherever Paco was, because Paco's not in the shot with the banker guy either, it's probably where Lulu is in that previous scene. But now all our main cast is together, plus Merrill May and Lulu. And Merrill May is intently looking at something. Gesturing to someone to sit down. You shitty little girl. You've ever seen the show The Walking Dead? The zombie one? We're going to grind you down to mush. You got that? We're going to crush you down until there's nothing but a mushy red pulp. It's because of you that my brain stopped for a bunch of minutes. You're dead meat. I like how Usagi is. Fuming. Dude hates her, which is hilarious. Lulu, again, instead, she just looks locked in. What is going on? One heel kick and Dasha? Your brains will be mushy paste on the ground. Bro, he is losing. What? Okay. And JoJo, being a rational human being, she said to sit down, so you really should. All right, Lulu sits next to Merrill May for some reason. This child's name was Lulu. Lulu, eh? And you're 11 years old. Fraud and tax evasion have a jail sentence of 5 to 10 years, something like that if it's a first offense. Generally speaking, it's 10 years. But letting you stay at this place is costing me nearly $3,000 a day in expenses. The boutique is closed too. And if now some police or somebody finds this room, That'll mean it's a serious crime. What? Meanwhile, you're saying the only water you'll drink is San Pellegrino. Now, how you don't like mangoes, and how you want us to feed you fatty marbled Wagyu? Ugh. And then, that bank employee, Yokohama, that we have sleeping in the back room, is costing me $2,000 a day to pay for his medicine and life support systems. And the same thing, if he's found, I'll be fired as principal. My husband would probably divorce me too. And I've got quite a happy household, I'll have you know. Dragona's like, I don't know what this sound is. Like, I assume it's that. But Lulu, you'll get out eventually. And you want the number of days until then to be as short as possible, right? So answer me properly. About Howler, I love whenever Araki does these weird, like, speech bubbles. A lot of them have been in this part. I've been really enjoying these. Have any of the people here's faces or information about them been leaked to him? Or do you think they're all likely to? Or do you think they're at all likely to? Bobby Jean is gone. Oh, she looks so sad. She looks so sad. She looks insanely small in this panel, by the way, the About Howler panel. Because Meryl May is like, looks, maybe she doesn't look small. Maybe Meryl May looks like gigantic because of how angled she is. Araki did a framing trick here where the characters in the back, you know, all the main cast look normal size, but for some reason there's like an angle here. So Meryl May looks like imposing and Lou looks very weak, which is interesting. Bobby Jean is gone. And Jojo with the ellipses, because he saw that. That scene with him and her was really great last chapter. His smartphone is there. I'm the only one who knows about you all. But someone probably witnessed what happened in the hospital, right? No need for you to worry about that. Next, I'd like to ask about the lava rock. This? Was Howler looking for this lava rock? Since before, for a long time now. No. This started out as just a job to find the people who were browsing the deeds. He gave me a sudden call and said to make sure we recovered it and brought it to him. He said, you definitely ought to be in possession of something resembling a lava rock. It sounded important, like he'd realized something all of a sudden. And, as it turned out, you really did have it after all. Yo, it's good walk-ins. The Bobby Jean quote, that's funny. Hope y'all doing good. Awesome chapter. Yeah, so far I'm enjoying the vibes. I'm waiting for the setup for the next arc, because I'm enjoying Lulu being here. This is cool. Okay. This bag was transported here by the Lava Rock's rule. The Lava Rock is our ally. We can be completely certain that the $50 billion worth of Hawaii land is on its way here. 50 billion? I thought it was like 30. How did it become 50 out of nowhere? Am I crazy? I thought it was 30 for sure. I don't remember it being 50. Even if we just take a nap, all that value will eventually make its way into our hands. But on the other hand, somehow, Howler knows about the existence of the lava rock. That's got to be a hat, right? Oh, it's a hat and it's someone's face. Okay. I don't know if anyone is like picking up what I'm putting down here. The nurse in the front, not the nurse, the flight attendant in the front. Her hat has like a very thick black outline on the top. And there's a person behind it. I thought it was like someone with this unhinged, like gross mouth. I'm like, stand user? But no, it's just more flight attendants. Somehow, Howler knows about the existence of the lava rock, and he's become aware of the fact that his fortune will soon disappear. That means that right now, Howler is frantically trying to find out who we are, as well as where Lulu disappeared to when she left the hospital. I guarantee it. Alright everyone, let me explain how the real world works to you. Whenever you corner a rich person, They will quite easily use violence as currency. You could say that's their specialty. Even if at first glance they're just trying to get their money back or doing a peaceful deal, greed never ends with just something pleasant like that. They'll settle it with violence. The most important thing is, ultimately, to not be followed by anyone. The longer this drags on, the far more dangerous it gets. We need to make the time... we need to make this time that goes on for to be 7 days. This is an amazing double-page spread, by the way. It's just as JoJo says. What we do now is collect the money from them. All of it. Strip a rich person of everything they've got, and you render their body and mind powerless. The Jojolands North Slope. Our time to collect it is 7 days. I'll keep you posted on the plan. Lulu looks terrified. Collect? How? Who the heck are these people? Alright, we're cutting away. We are cutting away back to Howler. Cool, cool, cool. That was a cool little scene with Lulu and Meryl May looking, you know, terrified / very menacing. The tables have completely flipped, which is cool. Alright, now we're coming back to Howler doing that weird dashi stuff. This looks like it's in a car, though, and not a plane, because it's got the stars on the roof. You know, one of those, I forget what type of car. Hold on. It's a Rolls Royce, yeah. Okay, he's in a Rolls Royce right now. What the heck? So Howler's in the back of some car, you know, looking all smug. He's with a girl. What the heck? Hey, asshole, don't stop. What the hell are you doing? Go move the car. Don't stop here. Go underground, you simpleton. You're fired. Your job as a driver is done. You're dead meat. Just disappear from the world. I'm going to make sure you're totally unemployable from now on, moron. The girl's like, what is going on? This is scary. Hello? I want you to buy up this road immediately. I don't want this thing to be a state road or anything like it. Make it a Howler Co. roadway. Oh my god. Oh my god. So they're getting absolutely mobbed by, like, this is minimum 200 people just from looking at the scale of this. Screw you, Howler. Get out of Hawaii, asshole. Drag Howler out of there. Hey, he's in there with a lover. Give me my money back, you dumb asshole. Oh my god. Alright. Oh, and he's getting interviewed on the news? Oh, this is crazy. That land on the north slope of Hualalai on the island of Hawaii, which was just lent to them by the royal family 54 years ago, the Howler family used their deep connections with the munitions industry to illegally acquire it. This was done during the generation of the grandfather of Mr. Aka Howler, age 42. Hey, you media bastards are smearing me. Don't say it was done illegally. That's totally groundless. Alright, I gotta zoom in a bit. Hold up. Not letting me for some reason. Don't you assholes go scribbling out an article. Howler's opened the door. Let's kill him. Without an ounce of proof. Rip that Howler bastard limb from limb. There's been reports that the state government is going to seize the North Slope. But if that happens, will it mean Howler Co. will be on the road to bankruptcy? Ugh. Okay, that was pretty awesome. I've never heard anything about any of these shitty rumors you're spouting. It's just a bunch of false rumors. You're the press. Go get some actual evidence before you start making accusations. But that'll never happen, because there ain't any. Howler's running. Cameras. Capture his fear-stricken face dripping with sweat. The viewers will take it as him using, like him drugged up. Howler, Howler, my son, my son. He lost both his arms. He lost both his arms and legs with the weapons you made. He suffered until death. Howler, Oh, screw off. I didn't make any of those weapons, you shitty old bag. Don't answer them, Howler. Just ignore them. Oh, this person's gonna be important in the front. That they look important. They look important. That's got to be like his security guard, or maybe it's the driver. Maybe, but they look important, especially because they're literally protecting Howler. They've got to be like a big deal. Mr. Howler has no comment. No comment, Mr. Howler. Oh, no comment. Howler Co. is a water infrastructure company. What the heck? Who even are you? I'm a lawyer. You hired me. Folks, don't come in. Everything past those scrubs are Howler Co. property. Anyone intruding against the owner's will shall be arrested and have a prison sentence of 3 years or less or a fine. Sexist shit. What the hell is this shit? Why is there all this commotion going on? I'm the 8th generation since my ancestors drifted here from Italy. They go A, B, C, D, and if you keep counting, I'm 8th. So my name is H, but with the Italian pronunciation, Aka. That's crazy. Oh no, these 3 look crazy important. They're definitely gonna be someone. Okay. These 3 characters here look insanely important. The Hualalai North Slope is our land. We got permission from the royal family. It's been like that for generations. Oh no. It's like that for generations. These riffraff need our slopes water veins and have for generations. And this is how they act? Now they're shouting at me to leave Hawaii, the place I was born. Those lowlifes. Okay. Then we got 3, well, the lawyer person. Who could the stand users be? Characters. No, actually. So we got the lawyer person, who looks honestly a bit like a police officer. And we got someone who looks a lot like Urban Gorilla and Brainstorm in the back. And someone on the left with a... Oh, we got to zoom in here. Never mind. It doesn't really matter. What really matters to us is if Howler Co. loses all its money and goes bankrupt. That would be a problem. There are rumors that the state government's working to make sure this... There are rumors that the state government's working to make the seizure of the North Slope a certainty. Who are you guys again? Did I hire you? Also, the Urban Gorilla person on the zoom in, completely different. They look insanely cool. Face tattoos of like birds holding flowers. Looks gorgeous. They got this like chest piece here that says Fury. Some crazy, like this design goes hard. Design goes crazy hard. And we got someone on the left here. They look almost like a miner with like a construction helmet and a big deep coat with like bolts in it, but like really dead looking eyeballs. And then the lawyer again looks kind of like a police officer. They got a hat that says key here and a bunch of W kind of emblems on them. Very interesting. All 3 of these characters are pretty neat designs. So they will probably be big deals in the story. I already introduced myself earlier, but yes, you hired us. I'm Key West. Okay, so Key West. A lawyer. She's a police officer. Laem Chabang. Laem. It's Laem. And then he's Ningbo, a firefighter. Oh, he's a firefighter. Okay. Agent Bobby Jean has died, and he was our friend too. Interesting. Interesting. So are these guys all working together with Bobby Jean, like in that organization? That could be cool. I am noticing that a lot of these are like public servant kind of people. Lawyer, firefighter. What is a police officer? Really funny that the character who looks like a police officer isn't the police officer. But yeah, like police officer, firefighter, lawyer. Like these are all like public servant kind of people. That's interesting. And they are working to ensure Howler is rich for some reason. Interesting. The scene of the incident was Pearl General Hospital. We went to look at Bobby's corpse just a short while ago, but we have no idea what the cause of death or murder weapon was. Spots all over the hospital were soaking wet, and there was no evidence left behind. What's more, even the direction Bobby was attacked in was not clear from the state of the corpse. It went from the top of Bobby's head down to his throat. What? What? I kind of hope. Oh no, I think that Laim. I really got to figure out how to pronounce that name. Might not talk. That could be a funny gag. In other words, this was a stand user, as in the culprit, or possible culprits, with a bold S. All of the bullets that were in Bobby's possession were shot all over the scene. Who was he pursuing? I'd like to know. What, in truth, was Bobby investigating? Alright, that thought about them not talking is gone. He wasn't just following some simple, bothersome reporter or person who happened to browse the deeds. Who you gave Bobby permission to kill, did you not? You said you're a lawyer, right? Come here for a minute. Listen here. I expect only professional work from all of you. Do you know Lulu? She was with Bobby in that hospital, but she disappeared somewhere. This enemy took her with them. Find her. I want you to use your skills to seek her out. Find Lulu, and I'll pay you a reward. I have no inclination of talking to you at all about what Bobby was doing. There's no need for you to know that. Your job is only to protect Howler's interests. Laim is just laughing like, oh god. Whoa! What is this? What is this? Creepy looking. What is going on here? So Laim's glasses wasn't like some kind of sun reflection thing. It's like a bunch of weird looking like worms? Are they worms? Oh, that's nasty. It seems there's only one even in this hallway. Even if they try to hide it. Whew. That's nuts. Okay, hold on. It seems there's one even in this hallway. Even if they try to hide it, if there's a location of someone who is afraid, we'll know. We'll find Lulu, or possibly the culprit. We'll be making a map with the location, you see, momentarily. Those things that Laim Chabang has purposefully stuck to her sunglasses and is raising as pets. The nematodes. They're right next to fungi on the biological tree. For some reason, they can sniff out the scent of stress in living creatures. Come, gather. They make a map of the scents of those that are afraid. Because those that are afraid, they're the ones that lose. Why did that go? Okay, JoJo is so fun because that line went so ridiculously hard. Those that are afraid, they're the ones that lose. And then it's all wrapped around the nematodes. Like, I love that. Howler, you had best not fear or cower. The final boss would do well to be broad-minded and imposing. We shall protect you, after all. The final boss? The final boss. That's so funny. Alright, and now they're all going away. Yes, speaking of which, there's one thing I forgot to mention, Howler. There were no images in the hospital cameras. There were no images in the hospital cameras, and Bobby Jean's smartphone disappeared somewhere, but we have a record of Bobby's search history. This happened a moment just shortly before he died. It seems he accessed the Armed Forces military records and looked someone up. Paco Laborantes, a resident of Honolulu, age 19. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. So they have a lead. That was amazing. That entire end section here, which was like half the chapter, really. Amazing. That was amazing stuff right there from Araki. They cooked. They cooked right there. I like these three new characters. I do think the firefighter is the least cool from the onset, but we don't know his ability. He does have a fun design. And Key West, you know, she looks pretty cool. She looks pretty cool. Obviously, the cop, Laim, by far the coolest one. Cool design. Weird fun stand, but it seems like Key West is like the smart one who's like leading the cause. So she's cool too. She's cool. But this is good though. That was a very enjoyable chapter. And the whole stuff at the beginning with the banker being a fake Charming Man, that was very clever. And the stuff with Lulu and Meryl May, like that was cool. All this was cool. Who do we think is going to be the first? Because obviously, there's no way they're fighting all three of these characters at the same time. Who do we think? You know, if they do though, that would be crazy. That would be insane. I feel like if I'm thinking on the order of how these guys could be fought, the firefighter is definitely first. Definitely. And then the Key West is last. Key West is definitely last. She was the first one to show up. She's probably going to be the last one they fight because of, you know, just importance of, you know, arrival in the story. That's what I'm thinking. I can also see it being a fight where Laim and the firefighter guy, where they work together, because Laim's ability seems to be like mapping stuff out at this point, so I don't really see it being offensive in a way. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. Also, is the stream camera like lagging? If it is, let me know. It seems like it is on the replay here. It seems like it is. The firefighter having a night marcher stand would be sick. Firefighter using fire. That'd be cool. If you look at the firefighter, he looks like King Crimson as a human. That's just because of the dead eyes and the thing on his head. That's funny, though. That is very funny, though. So I think Howler is a red herring villain. He's a jerk, but he comes off as incompetent as the last boss. I think these guys knew about Howler through Bobby and forced their way to working for him. Okay, that's interesting. I don't disagree with you that he's not the main villain. I think he easily could be. Like that, if he is, I could see why, but I also could easily see a solution where he is not the main villain. Because here's the thing, right? Like, at least at this point, I think Araki is trying to say some things with this part. Police, enemies. And now he's connecting them with firefighters, lawyers, banks. Like, he's basically saying a lot of stuff in society is specifically made to benefit rich people like Howler. So, I don't know. I feel like having them be seen as more threatening than Howler himself is kind of weird. Kind of weird to me. I could easily see a world where the banks are seen as the big bad still, though. I could see that. Because they were the ones who wanted to take the money away the most. Howler seems extremely incompetent, so he must have extremely powerful stand, and his insurance would make him as the final boss, right? Yeah. And his influence. Why did I say insurance? No, I definitely agree. His stand's got to be cracked. His stand has to be absolutely insane if he is the final boss. But again, like I said, I could easily see a way this goes, or he's not. I could easily see that. This happens when you give someone an incredible amount of power, wealth, and influence, and expose them to a corrupt business for years from a young age. That's probably why he turned out like this. Yeah, definitely. He was definitely some spoiled, rich brat that got into power over things that he did nothing for. He's a Nepo baby. He's a Nepo baby. So he needs to have... funny thing, this is a scene. It's a Better Call Saul reference. It says Akka recruited them in the parking lot. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, overall, really great chapter. Really great chapter. Let me make a poll again. We're going to make a poll. Start poll. Favorite new stand user, because we're just assuming they're all stand users, right? Key West. All right, start the poll there. All right, we're gonna start the poll. I think Laim will confront Paco and ask him some questions about why he was in the shooter's search history. Oh no, they definitely will. They definitely will. Like that is the driving force of this new arc. Like they're going after him, especially because like it is very interesting. Because Paco was not there with them when, you know, they were in that bank building. He was not there. Maybe now it's intentional. Who knows? I am very curious to see how this this time stuff, like, oh, we need 7 days to insure it. That's interesting. That's very interesting to me. All right, let's see. Just got a weird noise in my headphones, but should be fine. Should be fine. Seems that Ningbo somehow went in the poll, the firefighter guy. I'm honestly pretty surprised about that. I would have definitely put him as the least interesting so far. So it's interesting that you guys are messing with him more than the other two. Get that out of the way. Yeah, no, I really like this chapter. Pretty great. I really enjoyed the new characters that were introduced. I really enjoyed the crazy conversation with Lulu and Meryl May. How Lulu looks terrified, and how her and the bank guy both being around as like essentially hostages. That was something I didn't expect. I definitely thought the bank guy was just going to die. I definitely thought that was going to be the case. That's what I'm thinking, at least. Since these guys work under a public service branch, do you think they'll have employees or underlings that are also stand users, or do you think these three will work as a unit? So that's interesting. I don't personally think they're going to have underlings, unless if that's the case, what Araki is trying to do, he's trying to set up some pyramid of this pyramid thing. All right, Howler's the final boss. And then right under him are these three who are like the most important outside of him. And then under those three, they'll have their own sections because they're just separate services, you know, will be followers of them, and then so on and so on. That could be cool. It would be cool to show, like, it's kind of meta in a way to show like how society works, like the power structure of, oh, the richest people, and then the people under them and under them and under them, and so on and so on. That could be cool. I think Laim or Key West will be the first stand users to go because one is a cop and the other is a lawyer. I think the firefighter will be last because what non-suspicious way can he approach them? So I get that. I actually get that completely. But for me, I'm fully basing it on uniqueness of dialogue that was delivered and design. And to be blunt, Key West design and the firefighters design are far more normal than Laim's design, which is why I think she's going to last longer. Because I think Araki just had fun designing her. I mean, he gave her a stand immediately with the nematode thing, too. I don't know. I feel like the firefighter is going to be the first to go out of the three. Unless he works with Laim, who has a very passive stand. We still don't know Akka's stand. And also, he mentioned some chapters ago that similar situations with Lavrock has happened when he was a kid. Yeah, his family, they found a Lavrock themselves, and that's how they were able to get rich. So he's basically being put on the short end of the stick. You know, he had it before, and now, thanks to I guess some like sort of karmic thing in the universe or whatever, it's coming back to bite him, which is really cool. Really, really cool. But let's see. All right, we still got Ningbo in the front, Laim in second, and Key West in last. Wow. Let's see. We're almost at an hour streamed. And I'm going to be blunt, guys. I am relatively tired. Relatively. Not tired of the chapter by any means. The chapter was phenomenal. I just needed to get some water in me or something. Let's see. Let's see, though. I don't think the nematodes are stand ability. Reminds me of Mrs. Robinson controlling bugs. And I think she has an ability that pairs well with the map ability. Oh, so you think the map ability and the nematode ability are different things? I thought they were the same. Ningbo is probably the strongest out of the three, if I had to guess. And if he were to approach the main group, they'd be immediately suspicious of him, questioning them because he's a firefighter. I mean, to be blunt, I think they would most definitely be suspicious of any of these three approaching them, to be completely blunt. Especially a police officer. She doesn't look like a police officer, but that would be the one. This lighting is really low for some reason. Hold on. Let me fix this light real quick. I don't realize I don't need to mute the mic, but you'll see. Just in case. Alright, let me turn this light up a bit. I don't know what's going on. I think I gotta flip it the other way. There we go. That's way better. That is a way better outcome. Alright, there we go. The lighting is so much better. My face is way more lit up. I was wondering, I'm like, it's really gray on the stream today. No, I mean the nematodes. No, I mean the nematodes making maps. That's a separate ability. But Laim could have a stand ability that is complemented by the nematodes tracking. Oh, okay. Okay, so she just has like essentially a rock animal, rock insect gimmick. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. Mess with that. I'm not totally convinced, but when they introduced Laim's power, they just said she has raising the nematodes as pets. That might not even be your stand. Okay. I see what you guys are saying. Yeah, I'm not sold on the Ningbo being strongest idea at all. Not sold on this. I mean, this is JoJo we're talking about. The less strong you look, the more likely you are strong. Like, one of the main villains is a priest. They do not look very strong. What if it's similar to Rikio's stand, where it could control an existing phenomenon in the world? That would be interesting. That would be a cool way to reincorporate that stuff. Because a lot of the themes of this part, obviously, is how the way the world works, you know? Meryl May even said it in this chapter. Let me tell you about the way the real world works. right? So having an ability that specifically is meant to alter one of those would be really interesting. I could see that easily being a major ability in the story. Firefighters fights with fire, water extinguishes fire, JoJo has rain. Yeah, no, Demid, you're cooking so hard. Like that's amazing. And that I love that. I love that so much. Like you completely just you furthered my reasoning why I think he's going to be an earlier one, because that's such an obvious thing for Araki to do. It's like fire-based ability, that could be cool. And think about it. A firefighter is supposed to fight fires, right? But this guy, for some reason, even though he's a public servant meant to do this, in his heart, because stands are essentially like made of your own personality, your own feelings, whatever. Not fully, but it's just something that comes as an occurrence of that. For some reason, this firefighter wants to like burn everything down. Like that's interesting to me. And of course, fire versus water, like you said, easy fight, could be really cool. Yeah, you guys don't need to tell me about what firefighters can or can't do. I have many firefighters in my family. Exactly. They could just do it on like, we gotta test this thing, gotta make sure there's no emergencies, stuff like that. It could be very casual, just to show like how comfortable they are able to just go in and out of locations. Yeah. Riku's stand didn't create the rods, but it just called them down. So what if her stand is similar, but it controls the nematodes instead of just calling them? Okay, I see that. I do kind of hope it is like a rock animal, rock insect thing, and then she has this extra oomph on top of that too. Aragi's been trying to do that a lot more with Jojolands especially. So it could be like my idea was, if the nematodes are her stand, then she would be put in a duo fight, because her stand is only to map stuff out, right? But if she somehow has an ability that would work perfectly with like mapping something out with the nematodes, that would be perfect. So she wouldn't need a duo fight, because she essentially has two abilities. That could be cool. That could be cool. Let's see though. Yeah, overall, no, really great chapter. Really great chapter. I'm not seeing anyone online, though. It's for a redirect. Let me think. It is Sunday, so this will definitely be the last JoJo stream of the year, obviously. But trying to think, is there any other? Oh, there will be a stream this week or next week, but there will be another stream before the year ends. So I'll give a little spiel. I truly appreciate all the support you guys have given me throughout the year. Reached 10,000 subscribers, which is pretty awesome. But I know next year the grind is going to go even crazier. I'm hoping next year we could probably hit 15 or 20 if I like really grind. I think it's definitely possible. I have a lot of hopes for next year, for what's to come. Hoping to make more long form videos as well as the shorts, because I've definitely felt more comfortable with the shorts thing. Definitely felt more comfortable with that, because it gives me that creative outlet without having to overstress about, is this going to do well or not. So look forward to that. Key reminds me of JoJo or Kei Nijimura. Immediately, I thought Kei Nijimura. Immediately. Yeah, Urban Gorilla and Kei Nijimura were the two that I thought of immediately. She doesn't look at all like Urban Gorilla, like after the zoom in panel, but that first one I'm like, Urban Gorilla? Blackmore though. I don't see Blackmore with the firefighter guy, but I like you saw the vision with 2 of the 3. Yeah, the Blackmore at home. Yeah. What if Ningbo has a suit stand, like Gyatso or Sekko? Maybe it's something like a thermoregulating kind of ability. Smog can't, like parkour. You're cooking right here. This suit ability. This sounds cool. That sounds cool. I like that. I like that. Let's see though. Let's end the thing here. End the poll. There we go. All right. Ningbo has won the poll. I cannot believe that. I genuinely can't believe that. But regardless, like I was saying, I truly appreciate the support you guys have given me throughout the JoJo journey, or the journey on the channel in general. You know, I feel very lucky to have been able to talk to a lot of people throughout making this, especially about JoJo, which I wouldn't fully believe, because the hype for the series kind of has fallen off since the Stone Ocean anime release, and Netflix, you know, ruining the hype because of this batch crap. But we are hopefully about to be on the precipice of a new golden era of the series with Steel Ball Run, and obviously the hype for that part is unreal. You know, people are going to really, really, I think, be into JoJo again, which has me very excited, you know, because, you know, as much as we love this series, you know, there was a point in time where it was like everything, you know, it was one of the heaviest hitters possible, but now it's a bit on the back burner again. So I'm hoping, and, you know, really thinking 2026, if Steel Ball Run is confirmed. I'm saying 2026 because they're probably going to reveal it 2025. It'll be out 2026. It'll be a great time for JoJo fans, for sure. It'll be an amazing, amazing time. And of course, us manga readers, we're just going to be living it up each and every month, unless the series is on break. Did you read the Hazamada spin-off manga? No, I heard about it like a week ago. I didn't know if it was out yet. I did not know if it was out yet. But, what's it called? Yeah, I know there's like other stuff he did, but it's not out yet. Like the Lisa thing. Is that out? I wanted to read that. But I couldn't find it anywhere. And I really enjoyed the Josuke Whole Horse one. I love that. So if we get more stuff like this, you know, we get to flesh out some characters that we already know pretty well, but give them a new spin, you know, stuff like that. I'd be excited for that. Wondering if Lulu is the daughter of somebody important that's friends with Howler, especially since he gives off vibes of Trish. That'd be cool. I like Lulu being important because she's fun. Lisa is out, but I don't know the source of where to read it. Yeah, I know it's in Japanese. Like, did it ever get translated to English? Ever? I don't think so. I do not think so. Let's see. Alright. That should probably be it for me. Appreciate you all for, like I said, joining me on the JoJo journey. If anyone is watching this in, you know, the VOD or whatever, I would appreciate if you want to show love. Please consider, you know, liking, commenting, all that stuff, or sharing it around, because it's just fun to talk about this stuff. Or if you're in the live stream as well, I greatly appreciate all the people who chat and this stuff. You know, we keep the stream going, keep the community vibes high, so it means a lot. Because my JoJo streams, you know, as much as I love talking about this, it only happens once a month. You know, you don't get to talk about JoJo too often. I think that's what makes it, you know, special. Makes it special. It is 17 degrees outside, and I'm lucky. My room is usually a boiling pot, but now it's actually a normal temperature room, which is awesome. Let's see. But yeah, this should be everything. No JoJo until next month, next year. So, look forward to what's to come with these 3 new characters who all look pretty cool. So, that'll be it for me. Hope you all enjoyed. Take care.